Growing container. Roma tomatoes can be a rewarding experience, especially when you see the massive harvest that can be produced. With the right techniques and care, you can ensure that your Roma tomatoes thrive and provide you with an abundance of delicious fruits. First and foremost, it is important to choose the right container for your Roma tomatoes. A large container with good drainage is essential to ensure that the roots have enough room to grow and that excess water can easily escape. Make sure to choose a container that is at least 18 inches in diameter and 24 inches deep to accommodate the root system of the Roma tomato plant. When it comes to soil, Roma tomatoes thrive in well-draining, nutrient-rich soil. A good quality potting mix that is specifically formulated for vegetables is ideal for growing Roma tomatoes in containers. Make sure to fill the container with soil up to a few inches from the top to allow room for watering and to prevent soil from spilling over the edges. Next, choose a sunny spot for your container Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes require at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day to thrive and produce a bountiful harvest. Place your container in a location that receives plenty of sunlight, such as a south-facing patio or balcony. If you are growing Roma tomatoes indoors, consider placing them near a sunny window or using grow lights to provide the necessary light for optimal growth. Watering is crucial for the success of your container Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes prefer consistently moist soil, so make sure to water them regularly, especially during hot weather. Water your Roma tomatoes deeply, allowing the water to penetrate the soil and reach the roots. Avoid overwatering, as this can lead to root rot and other issues. A good rule of thumb is to water your Roma tomatoes when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Feeding your container. Roma tomatoes with a balanced fertilizer is essential for promoting healthy growth and abundant fruit production. Choose a fertilizer that is specifically formulated for tomatoes and follow the instructions on the package for best results. Fertilize your Roma tomatoes every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season to provide them with the nutrients they need to thrive. Pruning is another important aspect of growing container Roma tomatoes for massive harvests. Pruning helps to promote airflow and sunlight penetration, which can lead to healthier plants and increase fruit production. Remove any suckers that form in the crotch of the plant, as these can divert energy away from fruit production. Prune your Roma tomatoes regularly to keep them in check and encourage strong, productive growth. Supporting your container. Roma tomatoes is also crucial for their success. Roma tomatoes are indeterminate varieties, meaning they will continue to grow and produce fruit throughout the growing season. Provide your Roma tomatoes with a sturdy support system, such as a tomato cage or trellis, to help keep them upright and prevent them from sprawling. As your Roma tomatoes grow, gently tie them to the support system to keep them in place and prevent them from breaking under the weight of the fruit. Pest and disease management is important when growing container Roma tomatoes. Keep an eye out for common tomato pests, such as aphids, whiteflies, and hornworms, and take action to control them before they become a problem. Regularly inspect your Roma tomatoes for signs of disease, such as leaf spot or blight, and treat them promptly to prevent the spread of infection. Consider using organic pest control methods, such as neem oil or insecticidal soap, to protect your Roma tomatoes without harming beneficial insects. Harvesting your container. Roma tomatoes at the peak of ripeness is key to enjoying their delicious flavor and texture. Roma tomatoes are ready to harvest when they are firm and fully colored, with a slight give when gently squeezed. Use a sharp pair of scissors or pruning shears to cut the tomatoes from the vine, leaving a small stem attached. Store your Roma tomatoes at room temperature until they are fully ripe. Then enjoy them fresh or use them in your favorite recipes. In conclusion, growing container Roma tomatoes for massive harvests is a rewarding experience that can provide you with an abundance of delicious fruits. By choosing the right container, soil, and location, providing proper care and maintenance, and harvesting at the peak of ripeness, you can ensure that your Roma tomatoes thrive and produce a bountiful harvest. Follow these tips and techniques to grow container Roma tomatoes successfully and enjoy the fruits of your labor all season long.